Welcome to the Build Your Legacy podcast with Enso Homes, discussing all things building, custom homes, and building a legacy for you and your family. Welcome to episode 2 of the Build Your Legacy podcast. That's right, we've actually got a title for the podcast after our first episode. Today, I'm joined by Michael Badman, our new home specialist. He'll actually be interviewing myself as a business development manager. Michael, thanks for joining us.
Thanks, Sam. It's good to ask you some questions this time.
Absolutely. Go away.
Perfect. So your role in the market, your role for Enso, can you describe that?
Absolutely. So as business development manager, the way that I basically define that role is how can I help make the company better? So there's a lot of different activities that are involved with that. There's the marketing and branding side of things. There's looking at developing systems and processes, working on the culture of the organisation, working on safety and cleanliness as well. So I visit every site once a month just to make sure that everything looks like it's in order. But yeah, most of my time is spent in the office.
Okay, fantastic. And you've been with Enso for a number of years?
Yeah, for 7 years now. So basically since day one, I think I was maybe the third employee at the company. And yeah, been there almost 7 years. So looking forward to my long service leave and hopefully going overseas with that at some point. But yeah, it's been a really interesting journey over the years being at a startup company. I suppose you're a lot more exposed to the actual business operations side of the company compared to if you joined an enormous company that had already been operating for a number of decades. So I was originally hired as an estimator straight out of uni. So came to Geelong from Druin and did the construction management course at Deakin. And funnily enough, estimating was my least favourite unit at uni, but it happened to be a good way to get my foot in the door in the building industry and at Enso Homes. So I did that for my first 3.5 years with the company. And then I moved into a customer service role throughout COVID. So that was particularly interesting just with the different challenges that we had throughout COVID. I think that was really challenging for our clients. I think just challenging for society as a whole at the time because there was a lot of uncertainty and not a lot of positivity going around at the time. So trying to work closely with our clients to leave them assured and make sure that we were still holding their hand through the process and that their house was getting built and it was going to be okay and they were going to get the home that they wanted in the end, even though it was a little bit slow and there were delays because of supply chain issues and the number of trades that we could have operating on site because of restrictions and things like that. And then despite those being my main roles, like I mentioned as well, because it was such a small company and having been there since the beginning, I always did have a role in helping to develop the company and assisting with development and operations side of things as well. So naturally, the next step for me was to be able to get into that space full time because whilst I was able to kind of chip away at those sort of activities in my other roles, it was also a little bit challenging because you'd kind of be getting pulled in a number of different directions rather than being able to prioritize certain tasks. So being able to operate in that space full time now where I get to just help make the company better in whatever way I can, I'm really enjoying that.
So you said that obviously COVID was a challenging time. Fast forward to now, where do you see the Enso kind of business model kind of heading in 2024?
Yeah, absolutely. Well, it's just so much opportunity. I think for any building company / companies in many industries, simply to survive COVID was a really great outcome. As we've seen through the news, a lot of builders unfortunately have gone under, but you've got to get out of that survival mode and work towards thriving again as well. So there's a lot of opportunity ahead for us. I think we're really lucky being based in Geelong. I think it's an awesome region to live in. We've got the coast, we've got the rivers, we've got the country. We're still close and connected to Melbourne. We're becoming more and more connected through ferry services and the Spirit of Tasmania and eventually fast rail. Avalon Airport's continuing to develop as well. So it's a really special place and you see it is drawing a lot of people to our region as well. I was even just getting a haircut yesterday and which probably doesn't look that great. Needs a couple of weeks to grow out. But I was talking to my hairdresser.
At least you got hair.
Yeah, very fortunate at least. But yeah, I was talking to the hairdresser and she just moved to Torquay either during COVID or just after COVID. She had to go through the building process throughout COVID, which was a bit challenging, but they made the move from Melbourne just for the lifestyle that Geelong offers. So I think for us, it's working with those people that really love living around Geelong for the Geelong lifestyle and seeing how we can tailor our custom homes to make the most of their lifestyle sort of thing. So they might be an avid golfer and they want a double garage or triple garage to have space for their golf cart. They might be into surfing, so we can install an outdoor shower so when they get home they can wash all the sand off without bringing it inside. They might be into fishing, so once again we do that in large garage so they can fit their boat in. Or, everyone around Geelong or a lot of people are really into their sports, involved in their sports, so it might be as simple as just including a boot room between the garage and the laundry so they can drop off all those muddy, footy boots or cricket boots before they enter the house.
Yeah, fantastic. So, Enso, we're a custom builder. My job obviously is to sell homes. Part of your job obviously is to get those clients to come into me. So what are the strategies that you find that have been working or you've been implementing for this year or last year that you find that kind of attracts the right clients to Enso Homes? Because I do have to admit, the amount of clients that come in, we don't get a high volume of inquiries, but the quality of our inquiries that come in are fantastic. So our kind of inquiry to lead ratio is very, very, very high. So how have you been able to kind of find that balance?
Well, it comes down to knowing who we are and who our clients are. So where we sit in the market is between your volume builders and your high-end architectural. So your volume builders, they tend to be targeting your first home buyers who obviously still after a quality home, but they might have slightly lower expectations that align with their budget and where they are at in their life. Whereas you go to the opposite end of the spectrum and people are building really high-end architectural homes, but their budgets might be these days starting at around 1.5 million going upwards from there. So it's looking for those people that are wanting something in between. They've worked hard. They deserve to be rewarded for that hard work by having a beautiful home. But yeah, trying to attract them towards us. And I guess attracting them towards us is all about knowing who they are and what they want. So a lot of those people, they come to us because they're wanting flexibility. So they want to be able to make the choices and have a custom home, custom facade, custom floor plan. So understanding those wants, they obviously still want that high quality home, as I think all clients would, but as well as the actual products, it's the service along the way. So it's about us being their co-pilot for their journey and helping to guide them and hold their hand through the process, because building a custom home is a lot more involved than building, an off the plan cookie cutter home through a volume builder. So whilst there are enormous advantages in terms of what they can achieve with the customization side of things, it does require them to be a little bit more involved. So we want to be there for them through the process. And even from the design stage of things, identifying, okay, is this going to be a design that we're going to purely design in-house with our in-house design team? Or is this more of a project that we need to engage the expertise of an architect and get them going through that avenue?
I think that's my next question is we've got that cutting edge kind of innovation, which, a lot of clients are talking about, but there's also that traditional aesthetics. Like where's that, how do we kind of balance between those two?
Yeah, I guess, that's probably one of the good things about working for a custom home builder. So you can really be directed by the client. So some clients are drawn towards more the modern innovation side of things. Others prefer to more of a traditional look. And we just take the directive from the client. So whilst a lot of our products are to align with the Geelong market and the Geelong lifestyle, which tends to be, your more modern coastal style homes, we still do have that traditional offering, which is really suits that acreage kind of property like you have in the areas like Inverleigh and Shalford and out in those areas as well. So whilst it is about striking a balance, and I guess that's achieved through just offering a wide range of options, it's also about just listening to the client and what do they want, helping them deliver on their vision. Yeah,
no, definitely. That's fantastic. And I think we touched on it in our previous kind of podcast. You're currently building with Enso Homes?
Yeah, absolutely. So that's a custom design that I designed myself. So
you design yourself?
Design it myself. So yeah, I completely understand the emotion and the passion that goes into designing a custom home that you're going to live in, because it's not about picking the best of a bunch out of a set of pre-designed plans. It's about designing something for yourself and for your family from scratch to suit your current situation as well as your future situation. And yeah, it's a really exciting opportunity. It's not about designing a house for resale and, you know, just trying to burn and churn through them sort of thing. It's about really understanding, okay, what is our family at its core? How do we operate? What's our lifestyle? What do we enjoy doing? And it's going through that hierarchy of needs, wants, and desires again. So obviously if you're, you know, 2 parents, 3 kids, you're going to need to have at least 4 bedrooms sort of thing. That's more of a needs requirement. But then you go beyond that. What are your wants that you should be able to get within your budget sort of thing? And
so not a nice bachelor pad for you then?
No, thankfully, well, my girlfriend will be moving in with me as well. So she started helping with some of the design choices, which I'm pretty lucky with as well.
Did she take over that process, or is it still your design?
No, it's still my design. There's probably just a couple of colour selections where we've gone from the more masculine, darker colours to some lighter colours throughout. But yeah, the vast majority is still mine. But yeah, it's been a really fun experience and journey. It should be getting completed within the next couple of months. And yeah, it's been great to see it unfold from a vision to actually getting completed on site.
I think that's a good thing is you've been through that process, so you can understand what the clients go through from sales stage all the way through building stage. And you know, it's not the smoothest journey in the world. But would you build again?
I would, yeah, absolutely. So I think you've hit the nail on the head there. It's not necessarily going to be perfect and you know, clear skies and seas the entire way, but it's about Enso Homes being there as a team if there are any issues that arise and being there to help assist and work through those and resolve them and provide good outcomes as well from wherever it may be, because homes aren't manufactured in a factory like a car is, and then you just see the finished product and it's perfect. It gets built in front of you over a number of months, and you're working with a lot of different parties to make that happen. We might be working with 100 different trades and suppliers to put that together. It's basically one big group assignment, and trying to get such a large amount of people to work together towards the same outcome. You can have some hiccups along the way, but that's just about finding the right team that can manage those hiccups and make sure they get ironed out and you get the result that you're promised in the beginning, as well as making that journey and that process as enjoyable as possible, because it's not just about having that finished product. It's actually really exciting to be building a custom home, and it's one of those opportunities that you're really lucky to have. So if you do have that opportunity, you want to be able to savor it and get the most out of that experience. And ways that we do that is working with the team all the way from when they initially get in contact with yourself, but then all the way through the pre-site process and then throughout construction. It's meeting with our clients on site on a regular basis so they can get updated on the progress and ask questions and see it unfold in front of themselves, because that's in a way part of the experience that they're paying for, not just the finished product at the end.
Oh, definitely. Another role, well, a part of your role, I guess, what you do is when I hadn't even started working with Enso, and I was invited to a tradie night, basically, which I've never heard of before. Can you kind of explain why Enso Homes do that?
Yeah, so obviously our trades are extremely important to us in delivering our homes. We're lucky to have a really great local trade bank of quality trades. And for us, everything that we do at Enso Homes centres around the concept of building your legacy. So that legacy applies to ourselves as staff, our clients, our trades and suppliers. So with our trades, we really want to obviously have that strong connection with them, because it helps everything run a lot smoother on site. If there are any issues, it tends to help mitigate those. But if they do arise, you work through them a lot more efficiently and with less friction, because you already have that strong relationship behind there. And one of the challenges that the industry faces is that there's typically never enough trades. We've got a shortage of trades sort of thing. So
good trades,
absolutely. Yep. Any trades in general, let alone the good trades, that's even harder to find. And trades that align with our product and our business model, that we can work well with and rely on, and that our clients can, obviously reap the benefits of the quality that they deliver, sort of thing. So those trade nights is all about building those relationships and strengthening those connections, but also rewarding the hard work that they do. I think often trades, they might have interactions with the project manager out on site, but they don't really tend to have a lot of touch points with the rest of the team. And collectively, we're building people's dreams homes together. So it's good to obviously put a face to the name and be able to form those relationships and thank them for the hard work that they do.
They're also good fun.
Yeah, they're a whole lot of fun as well. Yeah,
I think the last one we had, we were playing cornball? What cornhole?
Yeah, cornhole.
Cornhole.
So
it was good fun.
It was. It got the competitive juices flowing, and yet to go home from one before midnight. So they usually kick on pretty late. And
I think you did kick on last time, didn't you?
Yeah, absolutely. Not quite as bad as what I have in some previous years.
That's the thing. It's on a Friday night, which is great for you. Saturday night. Saturday I have to work the next day, so I'm out. So, but again, it's like I said, it's enjoyable for everyone, and I think the trades kind of I can't remember how many people we had last time at the night, but the room's absolutely kind of fully packed, full of people. So it's a fantastic night. We put that on twice a year.
Yeah, we have kind of three. We have a trade breakfast, so we do that. Which is pretty simple. Obviously, we throw brekkie on. We usually do that with one of our supply partners. And then our major event is our mid-year party, where we'll have talent. We'll have guest speaker. We might have a comedian or a magician. We'll have some form of entertainment, like you mentioned with the cornhole. And then towards the end of the year, we like to have a trade Christmas breakup as well, which is a little bit more low key. We'll still get a guest speaker there, but it's more just casual, mingling opportunity, as well as having some food and drinks.
The first one I went to, I remember we had Corey Homicide, an ex-basketball player. Very inspirational, the kind of speech that he put on, I remember. So, and then I remember the comedian, I think, at the previous ones we had as well. So, good fun to kind of have. So where do you see your kind of future with Enso in the next kind of couple of years?
Yeah, next couple of years. Well, I guess it's just looking at what opportunities we have ahead of us. I guess coming, now that we're out of COVID now, it's looking at what opportunities there are in the market, and it's continuing to elevate our offering, both in terms of our products with our homes and the services that we offer as well. Pretty keen to look through that and see how we go.
Fantastic. All right. Thank you, Sam, for letting me come on to your podcast and let me interview you.
Thanks, Michael.